Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. And India have won the series versus West Indies, the one day series 2-0. There's still one day to go. And it was a very good performance by them, especially in the field. I think if you saw the first innings, a lot of Indian fans would have been disappointed with the way India batted 237 for 9. But it wasn't the easiest pitch, but still, like some of the dismissals, especially Rishabh Pant and a few other, KL Rahul, the way he got run out, I think. India probably were 20-30 shorter than they should have been. I think 260, 270 was a good score on this pitch. But having said that, 237, it was, we already saw the first one day where, West Indies didn't manage to get 200. So 237, India was still in the game. But I think it was a disappointing performance with the bat, but it could have been worse also because KL Rahul was dropped at when he was on 4. I think West Indies bowled brilliantly with the new ball, playing and missing. They beat the bat quite a few times. Kemar Roach, Alzari Joseph, and Odin Smith, they were outstanding. The way Virat Kohli edged that was brilliant as well. And I think West Indies were great with the ball. It's just in the field, if they took that catch of KL Rahul, it would have really changed the game, and India might have not even got to 200. That partnership was very important between KL Rahul and Surya Kumar Yadav, and I think it could have been stretched as well, but that run out did help West Indies. But I think overall, that 40-49 that Rahul hit, it did hurt West Indies a bit. But overall, I felt West Indies did bowl pretty well. And all of them contributing with wickets, especially the fast bowlers were great today. Spinners, not so much, got hit a bit. Fabian Allen went for 5 runs per over. Akil Hussain, 6.5 per over. So I think a bit disappointing there. But overall, brilliant from the fast bowlers. And it's a good time to perform as well with the IPL coming up. From India side of things, with the bat, it was just Surya Kumar and KL Rahul who looked good. Virat Kohli again, he looked decent, and then edged one to the keeper. Rohit Sharma got out early. Rishabh Pant played a false shot. I think good the contributions from Deepak Huda and Washington Sundar. But apart from that, not too much to shout about, but they had enough runs in the end, so that's what counts, right? If you look at the second innings, I think for India, the bowler of the day was Prasidh Krishna. He was outstanding, really good pace. He troubled the West Indian batsmen throughout and didn't give them a chance, to be very honest. You look at these figures: 9 overs, 3 maidens, 12 runs, 4 wickets, an economy of 1.33. Outstanding bowling, really good spell. I think Rohit Sharma captained well as well. The way he was changing the bowlers, the bowling changes were on point, and he kept us calm because there were stages in the game, whether it was when the openers were batting or when Shamar Brooks was batting. Also, Akil Hussain and Odin Smith also hit a few boundaries. So there were times where West Indies were in this game, but Rohit Sharma kept his calm. He made sure the field placement was good, bowling was good. More than kept us calm, I think his tactical changes were good. There were times where he got angry as well, but I think his tactical changes were really good. His tactics were good, and he got it spot on. They won the match, I think, with some good tactics. Joining me, my co-host. How are you doing, man?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just wrapping up the review of the India-West Indies game. India defending, a very good bowling performance. Batting, not so much. Plenty of things to talk about. We can do that in the upcoming games, but I think the batting still looks a bit edgy. Just when I thought, the middle order was kind of sorted, there was a run out of KL Rahul. But overall, excellent bowling performance. Prasidh Krishna, economy 1.33, picking up 4 wickets for just 12 runs. And Rohit Sharma, good captaincy, really good captaincy, I felt.
Absolutely. I think incredible performance, especially Prasidh Krishna. I think a lot of people have been touting him to be one of the best bowlers, one of the most upcoming bowlers in the current lot that's kind of coming up with Indian cricket. I think today he showed why, because I think he was fantastic, perfect line and length. Because of his height, he gets that little bit of an extra bit of bounce that really helps. And fantastic, 12 runs, picking up 4 wickets. I know this is a West Indies side that's not at its peak, but at the same time you still have to get those results, and I think they did a fantastic job.
And how would you judge overall India? Just based on they were playing West Indies, not the strongest side. They did lose to Ireland as well. T20s will be a different ballgame, but in one days we know that West Indies do struggle, and we saw that in that Ireland series. So how do you judge this performance? You still have to beat what's in front of you. So overall, your assessment of India.
It almost expected, right? This was what it is, and there are still gaping holes that we need to fix. The middle order, I think Surya Kumar is starting to become a very important part of that in middle order setup. There's still issues with that, that all round option. Deepak Huda, is he the best that you can find, in terms of having that extra bowling option? Because obviously they're trying a few people, and it's good that Deepak Huda, I
He
think, with
did
the
provide a wicket.
he picked up a wicket and he's batting decently as well. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a good player, and good on him, to come in and make his debut so late in his. At that kind of an age, so I'm really happy that consistent performances are being rewarded, but at the same time, you need a little bit more oomph. And when, like, let's say for example, when a Shikhar Dhawan comes back, does he make the squad? What are the questions? There's a lot of ups and downs. And does KL continue to, and Rishabh Pant opening? I don't know. It was an interesting call in my opinion. So there are some questions definitely over there. It remains to be seen how that kind of gets played out.
Yep, Ashish saying, "मुझे क्यों नहीं बुलाया? Rohit won the series, and I'm not there to express my happiness." But just saying, "अच्छा क्या?" I mean, Ashish is a busy man, so I don't want to disturb him. But yeah, I think overall, I felt the captaincy and everything was really good and stuff. But I just feel that West Indies also didn't give enough. They didn't challenge.
Yeah.
This match, I think India should have scored only 170, 160. That catch of KL Rahul that Nicholas Puran dropped. Was it Nicholas? No, Shai Hope dropped, the keeper.
Yeah.
He dropped, I think, that should have been taken. That was a dolly, man. So I just feel that West Indies would have been chasing 180, 200, and then it would have been a different ball game. And I still want India to be a bit more convincing in these kind of matches. Scored the 260, 270, and well, Vinay Singh, what a captain! I don't know if he's praising himself or he's praising Rohit Sharma, because Vinay also won a game as captain yesterday for our club in Toronto. So yeah, and Ashish was man of the match.
Yeah, nice, good job, Vinay. Well done to you guys.
But yeah,
the funny thing is, as much as I love to talk about cricket, I can't play for shit. So, so it's good on you guys to continue to play as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was good captaincy. The tactics were spot on. Everything was good. But I want to see what happens. I heard him say a few stern words also to Chahal. He gave it to him a bit. He gave a mouthful to someone else. I forgot who. When that no ball was bowled, I think it was Shardul Thakur. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" So Rohit Sharma does have a temper streak in him as well. It's not like he doesn't. So when the crunch situation comes and everything, I would see. But I honestly rate Rohit Sharma as a captain. I think he's an excellent captain.
Absolutely.
I've seen him for India as well. Like in the Asia Cup, he's been pretty good.
I agree. I think it's a good kind of a series to kind of get behind your back, just to get things going after what's been a treacherous past 4 to 6 months for Indian cricket. So
Kuldeep playing next game. Kulcha playing next game. Ashish is asking. I guess
it's a good shout. I think you should try to rotate some more players. Try bringing in Kuldeep. Try bringing in Avesh. Now that you won it, you can always say, even if you lose this one, then you can always say that you were trying some changes. So hopefully, definitely make some changes. Give some more chance people opportunities to prove themselves.
Yeah, 100%. Bench strength going to be tested next game. Yeah, I think that's what Don is saying. He's saying that it should be tested. There should be other chances. Maybe give Virat Kohli a rest. Maybe something like that. I think he needs that. Just a last word on Virat Kohli and.
You're still waiting for number 71. That's all I can say at this point. It's unfortunate.
I always get a message from Punter either in the group or he says, like, on the phone, very nonchalantly, he says that Virat Kohli is going to score 100, and I think
Punter, I think you and me both need to shut up.
Yeah, I think he supposed to tell me after the game, look, I told you he's going to score 100. Now I'm not going to believe him because even if he scores 100, I'm not going to take it.
No, I think Punter and me are messing around with his jinxing him. I think Punter, both of us should just shut up.
But he's clearly not. He's clearly not at that level. Yeah. I still feel he's getting the 50s, 60s, 70s. It's not like he's out of form. I think it's more of a mental thing. I think he just needs to put holiday or something, come back and think, because it's not like his technique is too flawed. He's just making what do you call it, brain fades, like, to be very honest with you. Like, chasing that ball outside off stump.
He has to go here. Yeah, like you said, take a week off completely and then you just rejuvenate and come back. That's a good shout.
Yeah. Vinay Singh, what about Pant opening? I'll just say my opinion was that they need the middle order. They want to keep Virat. middle order batsman. That's what they want to do. In South Africa, he clearly stated that I'm going to open, but here I think they clearly wanted him in the middle order because of the debacle and everything, and they want someone solid there. So Pant was just a stopgap because Gaikwad and Dhawan were out.
Yeah, I think when Dhawan comes back and Gaikwad comes back, then who do you remove to make place for Pant? Is it going to be Surya Kumar or Huda?
Then you remove Deepak Huda. That's what's going to happen.
Then again, same problem, bowling problem.
Yeah.
So that's the question now. Those are the question marks we have to really assess. And I think Virat Kohli's position is also not 100% certain if he continues this bad form. It's just scary to think. Exactly. I mean, if KL is performing and if Virat is not, then questions will be raised about that, unfortunately. But I still think they should definitely play him for the next 25 matches. Because I think he's done enough to at least take a claim for that much more.
Yeah, for sure. But honestly, it is, if you think of it, that when you do lose your captaincy, then your position gets
questioned quicker than you would want it to. Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen and he scores 100 very soon. Don, I will catch you in 1 minute on the other podcast. I think that's what you want to talk about. You're more excited about right now, even though India won a series. All eyes are on that. I will catch you for our next two teams. Vinay Singh, could it be that they are thinking of removing Pant and giving Rahul the gloves? I mean, I don't think the change meant that. It could happen. They've done that before, where the Rahul's taken the gloves and Pant is not great. But I don't think that's why they opened the batting with him. I think it was just a stopgap arrangement. To be very honest with you, they could have easily opened with Virat Kohli also. I think that it's just that he's not in form. Otherwise, they could have opened with him as well. In that sense.
Yep, I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to solidify the positions, and Pant is definitely going to be a part of the ODI setup for sure. I think.
Yeah, I like one thing. It does kind of surprise me that his test record is so good, but one day record isn't as great. I feel that in test matches he scores crucial hundreds, and one days I feel that he could do better in terms of his average and everything else, Rishabh Pant. But for me, he's the keeper. You have to back him, man. What he did in the Gabba is unbelievable. For me, that's a long rope. Like
I think so. Yeah.
You go back and you just live that moment and say that India are going to chase this much. Hell no, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So I think he should be given a long rope, and let's see what happens. You can ask me the question again, maybe in 6 months. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and join us in 2 minutes. We're coming back with some IPL auction talk.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, Don.